Good morning, my lovelies. It is June 1st and very early in the morning, just past sunrise. And I've decided to embrace reconnecting even deeper with nature to help with my overthinking tendency, my tendency to not always stay present to the moment. So I tasked myself with this really beautiful, what I think is a new ritual that I'm going to do for 30 days. And I've promised myself, I've pinky sweared, that for at least 30 days. This is something that I am committed to doing. And perhaps you would like to do the same. So I've decided that in my lovely backyard with my hundreds of birds, lots of babies right now, and Joe staring off here at me in his aviary, if you can see, he's just watching me here. We've got crows that were just up in the tree, looking down, not thinking it's pretty weird that I'm doing this. I'm sitting beneath my biggest tree in the yard, and I've named her Joy, and she's been in my life for 10 years, but she's quite old and she's starting to fail, but I really love her. And so what I've decided to do and committed to doing is sitting beneath at least one of my trees, or wherever I am beneath a tree, for 1 hour every single day for 30 days. I'm not going to read, I'm not going to write. I can meditate, but the meditation will be very quiet on the inside, and trying to just listen to the tree, to the ground, to all of nature, whatever is around me, wherever I am. And I have a feeling, I feel it already. Today is day one. I haven't sat here for very long yet, and I already feel a deep sense of resonance with nature, and I feel very blessed and peaceful and connected. And it's a cool day. I'm wearing the hat that my lovely niece Victoria made for me at Christmas. She makes them because it's very cold, and I'm all bundled up with, pretty big fleece pajamas, and I've got a blanket, and I'll show you, I've created a little perimeter for myself, kind of a little circle around me, and I just feel like I'm just going to stay inside the circle. So I don't know if you can see, I show you here, I've got my sage that I'm going to burn a little bit beforehand. I've got an offering at the end, which is little lilac flowers. I'm going to offer it. I have one of my favorite beautiful crystals, and I have one of Joe's feathers from when he could fly, when I knew him 10 years ago. So I'm going to sit here and allow whatever to come up, because spring and summer, well, summer is the time in Chinese medicine, is the time for the body of the spleen and stomach. And that has a lot to do with transformation and transportation of not only food, but also thoughts, things, energy. And when we get too out of sync with those organ systems, which is really truly meridian systems and how they connect with other parts of the body, which I'll get into more as we go along this month, the energetics of being out of alignment is considered worry and overthinking. And when we worry and overthink, the nervous system gets dysregulated. Oh, there's one of his family members. I think that's his wife. Yeah. And with our busy lifestyles and the expectations on us to perform everything at a high level, and how we often seem to, in quotation marks, let ourselves down. And that seems so dramatic and such a big deal. But really, it's not a big deal. We need to ensure that we're operating from a very centered place. And one of the things that gives me the most centering, of course, is nature. And I really resonate with that, and I have all my entire life. I've always been that type of little girl. And in a city, you can lose touch with that, even when you have a really big yard and lots of trees and birds and nature. So I've committed to really paying attention to the emotions, the feelings, the energetics of whatever surroundings I'm going to be in, beyond what I even normally do. And I'm pretty connected to nature on a regular. And I have a feeling it's going to have a big impact on my sense of self, my connectedness to things, my ability to very quickly get into a parasympathetic nervous system state, which is your rest, digest, repair state. That's where you want to be most of the time. So while I'm here every day for 1 hour by a tree, listening, I want to journal afterwards what I feel I heard inside. And I'm going to keep a reference and a special journal just for this 30-day experiment. And, I encourage you and invite you all to do something similar. It doesn't have to be an hour. Gee, it could be 15 minutes that you commit to. It could be half an hour that you commit to. But it needs to be some time. On a cold day, you'll bundle up like this. On a warmer day or in the afternoon, if you choose to do it instead of first thing in the morning, have your socks off, and so that you can ground in the grass or whatever ground that you're around. You could be at a park, you could be at the lake, you could be camping, you could be visiting family. Doesn't matter. Keep your commitment to yourself, because if you break your promises over and over, you lose trust even in yourself. So this is a commitment that I'm very ready for, and I have a feeling it's going to heavily impact digestion of food and my thoughts. And I can't wait to see all the cool ideas that come up when I'm sitting here in my personal silence with the cacophony of sound all around me that I have invited into my beautiful yard. So I'd love to hear from any of you who are going to do a similar type of challenge, or maybe you'll do a little something a little different, but still that kind of commitment to self to get into that parasympathetic state because you're in touch with nature and keeping a commitment to yourself. So I look forward to hearing who's going to do this. No pressure, but you could do something yourself. Just commit to something that will get you into the state. And I promise you, it's going to be, I can already feel, and I haven't even started, really. I can already feel it's going to be a wonderful experience. So I'm going to sit here now with my darling Joy, and I'm going to listen to her and see what happens, see what comes up. So we'll be talking later. Take care. Bye.